Coach, done with fall camp. Now it's game week finally, so you're going to get into game week practices here starting today when we're doing this interview. I guess, first of all, how did fall camp go from your perspective here in year two?
I think fall camp went well. I think the recognition by the players in the short time that we had was really good, and we were proud of what they did. We did put in a new defense, and we did install part of a new offense. So there was a learning curve there, and I think the players did well with it.
How do you feel about your numbers, your depth, this year compared to a year ago this time?
Much healthier than we were a year ago. We have a varsity roster of 42 as we speak. And one of the things that we did in the off season was we focused on making sure that our players would be healthy throughout the year and strong throughout camp and last through camp. And through the conditioning program and the weight training program, proud to say that we're full 42.
Talk about how the scrimmage went Friday in terms of the preparation for getting ready for a game here later this week.
I think it was a good indication of where we are. We saw some mistakes, we saw some weaknesses, and then we also saw some positive things and some good things. It's always difficult going against each other because everyone knows what on each side of the ball what we're doing, but the players handled it well, and they executed their assignments for the most part well. And we still are in the process of trying to take that and get better with it this week.
What's different about year two for you in this team, do you feel?
I think the biggest difference is that in spending a year here in the off season, we had a lot of time to really assess the program and try to correct the program and move the program in a positive direction. And I think we've done that with our community, with branching out to more of the parents, bringing in new recruits and new players. And I think that is the biggest thing that's happened is just the time factor. Football and programs aren't built overnight or aren't built in a season or even in two. It's something that takes a little time. It's a process. And then the other thing that I feel comfortable about is what we did and what I did with the middle school and the youth football and branching out to them and having them a part of us, spending time with them and getting them to know our program and me getting to know them as well, and that's worked.
Well, it is game week, and I know you've still got a lot of preparation to do this week, but how ready do you feel that your team is to get to get the game one of the season?
We're ready to play today if we needed to. But with that being said, there's still more things that we need to do based off of the scrimmage that we saw on Friday night, which was so critical to have, that we'd like to do better and improve upon. It also could potentially involve player adjustment, players being moved. So that still is being tweaked, and we really, truly won't know where we're at until first game, more so second game. I think by the second game, 4 weeks, we really would have a read on where we are. So we're still in a growth process and still in a learning curve.
Well, it's a tough way to start that process when you get a really good and veteran Natrona team coming in here Friday night. What do you expect out of the Mustangs?
Well, they are a powerhouse, and we understand that, and we respect what they do. Our goal and our mission is to make us better and to put a better product in the field and to execute our assignments the way that we're being coached to do so, and to give our fans for their home and at home something to see and something to build upon.
What have you done any sort of scouting on Natrona in terms of what you kind of expect from them this year?
Yes, we did go back to the film from 2021 and 2020, 2019, and basically across the board they are pretty similar, and their structure, offense, defense, specials, also the plays that they run offensively, there's a continuity with them. So we have those scripted and written up, and we've been practicing against them. But truly, without the benefit of seeing them or having a scrimmage tape on them, it's just throwing a dart at a board. So we will see, and But our initial goal for us this week is about us and trying to get us better and prepared.
Speaking of that, you do have a good base to build from because you've got several starters back on both sides of the ball. How important is that for you in year two and trying to build and put out, as you say, a better product?
Basically, the offensive line is 4 returning starters, and that helps because they were very green and raw last year. And defensively, we also have a decent number of returning starters and pretty senior heavy. And so that's good for us, and we're comfortable with that and their skill level and how they've elevated their game in a year. But still, there is the need for us to continue to work at getting better, even with those guys that I just referenced and even those seniors that are now in year 4. There's still a growth step that they can take from now until November 1st.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for the time. Wish you best of luck, and we'll catch you on Friday night.
All right, thank you, David. See you later.